Shivam, just honestly tell me, these 2 years, whenever you were to appear for a test, did you go with 100% preparation for the test? Was it possible?
Not
Never.
even for a single test. I don't think I've
Yeah,
because
because that.
always
Mhm.
because we never even get the confidence. Even if we revise all the things, we still have to see like we can do this, we can do that.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I bring to you a series of interviews with my NEET successful candidates, just to give you an insight into what they did during this journey of 2 years, the tips and tricks that might help you. So this will give you some insight into your preparation, how you should go about. With pride, I introduce you with Shivam Singla, who scored 175 out of 180 in chemistry, and he will share his rank and his marks with you and introduce himself. So after this, I'll be following with interviews of many more successful students. Stay tuned. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more informative videos. Yeah, welcome to my channel. So with great pride, I am introducing you to the next NEET 2022 aspirants so that you guide them on their journey and give them some tips and tricks that led you to your success. So feeling very proud of your success. So tell us something about yourself.
Thank you, ma'am, for the introduction. My name is Shivam Singla, and I have prepared for NEET. And my score in this year NEET was 690. It was my first attempt, and my overall rank, all India rank, was 509.
Can you also tell us about your individual scores?
Yes, ma'am, for sure. My marks in physics were 170. In
Great.
chemistry, they were 175, and in
Yeah.
biology, they were 345.
Yeah, brilliant. So, can you share your marks, Shivam, in 10th standard?
Yes, ma'am. In 10th standard, I scored 95.8 percentage, and in
Okay,
12th, I scored 90%.
90%. In boards,
Yes, ma'am. In 12th.
fine. In you were taking up CBSE board,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So let's unwind your journey and let us take it back to where you started. So tell us something about the transition from 10th to 11th, which is like considered very dreadful for students taking up science.
Yes, ma'am. It's true. The journey from 10th to 11th is very drastically changing. And since in 10th, the syllabus is not that much as compared to plus one. So obviously, I have to put in a lot more time in studies as compared to 10th. And moreover, in 10th, if you are not that much regular, then also it works and you can study at the end. But in plus one and plus two, you cannot do like that. You have to study throughout the year to get good scores.
Okay. So, did you take training or in any way, did you study anything extra before 11th standard for NEET?
Ma'am, actually, I joined institute for the practice for basically NTSC paper, which was to be held in 10th. But
Okay.
I didn't do anything specific related to plus one and plus two.
Okay. So, you
Just,
prepared for NTSC
yes, ma'am.
till 10th standard. So,
Yes, ma'am.
I think that must have helped you a lot towards your 11th standard and 12th preparation.
Yes,
What do you
ma'am,
say?
for sure. The mental ability part also enhances your brain capabilities, and also there is a little bit extra more than the 10th curriculum, which is asked in NTSC, which also helps a lot.
Okay, but do you think children who start at 11th standard, can they
Yes.
also ace the exam with the same efficiency and can they aim for the same ranks? And what do you say? What is your take on this?
Ma'am, I can say it's absolutely correct. No matter when they are starting, if they're starting in plus one also, they can get AIR one also. There is no problem in that. Because the journey for 2 years is more than enough to prepare for the NEET exam. It is not that much tough, so that we can say that 3 to 4 years are required or something like that. Plus,
Mhm.
plus two are more than enough to prepare for NEET if you are doing the studies in plus one and plus two nicely.
So I think if they are studying from sixth onwards more conceptually, that
Yes, ma'am.
should be enough to give them a good base to continue
Yes,
with the
ma'am.
11th and 12th. So the
Yes, ma'am.
study till 11, from I think 6th to 10th journey should not be rote cramming based.
Yes, ma'am.
It should be more understanding based, even if they are not studying anything extra. But the
Yes,
focus should be on understanding and enjoying, the basic maths, basic
yes,
science. That should be strong.
absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So did you take any coaching?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I guess coaching is very much necessary. There are two things that coaching help us to do. Firstly, you can get to learn the concepts twice, which helps to memorize it more conveniently and understand also it much better. And secondly, the teacher's words spoken in the class and heard are always, remembered in your brain. So whenever you do questions, so it really helps a lot to at least eliminate some options, which if you even don't know the question. So teachers' words are must to be heard in the class, and they also get retained in your brain. So coaching, I say, is must
Okay,
to get well scores.
fine. So what do you think? Because yours was a COVID batch, special
Yes,
circumstances. So what do you
yes.
think that online coaching, did it affect online classes and all that, disturbance with COVID? How do you think that affected your preparation?
Ma'am, to be honest, there was not much of a difference personally for me because I was consistent in plus one also in studying. So it had been plus two because otherwise, generally, what we see is that there are backlogs in the online case because recorded lectures are sent to us. But in my personally, I was consistent with the lectures. So if you are consistent with the lectures, then it does not make that much of difference, but still I would say offline is better as that we get connected to the teacher much better in offline classes. So offline is of course better, but yeah, instead of taking online as an excuse, we can also do good in online also, as it sometimes it helps also, because by chance if you are going somewhere you have to miss the class, then recorded lectures is a very good opportunity to see it later.
Connected. So you feel hybrid is a better situation.
Yes, ma'am.
We
And
have
instead
evolved
of
towards a hybrid case
yes, ma'am.
where you have a possibility of both. But
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think with online, with majority of the students, there was, a problem of laziness also. Too much of
Yes,
comfort and too much of things coming at wish and will and according to like always available. Had some students had a tendency to become lazy.
yes, ma'am. That's
Whenever,
true. I
whenever
have
we get time, we'll do it. The teacher is always there in your living room, ready to speak at your convenience, which is not
yes,
always healthy. Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So, Shivam, what do you think? Like, what were the sources you used? What kind of books did you basically use in the various subjects? Can you like guide children on this? Physics, chemistry,
Firstly,
bio.
I would say that we should trust the teachers, and when we are attending their lectures, we should take the notes properly and then study through them instead of, and then we should trust the teacher with the things they have told extra, because the main problem comes with extra only, that the children try to read as many books for the extra content other than NC. So personally, I did not go through any such books, and I wrote down the notes clearly, and then I learned from there only, and I trusted the teachers with the extra content. So my study style was very simple in this case. I just came after the tuition, I just came home and studied the notes thoroughly, and then practiced questions from a convenient book which you can easily afford, and you can, or you're always having of a brother or sister. My main thing here would be to say ki, we should focus on the notes and study them regularly, because personally I was not able to learn as much from the books than from the notes. Even if I read the book twice, I would not be able to retain as much as I read the notes once. So my take would be trust the teachers, make the notes regularly in this case, and study from them regularly.
Okay. Any extra books other than like for MCQs? Any extra practice? Like, what are the books that you
Yes,
used till the end, starting from 11th? Let us start from 11th. Like 11th, when the regular lectures were going on, did you get enough
yes,
time to do any extra questions along with the
ma'am.
normal 11th classes?
Ma'am, actually, it was very difficult, and I wouldn't. And to be honest, I have not solved the MCQ part of the book which I have purchased in chemistry, which was Pradeep, and I wasn't able to practice all the questions given in the Pradeep book, and it was really
Mhm.
very, as you have to manage the three subjects all at once. So
Mhm.
I focused mainly on booklets, and my main focus was to get the quality out of the question which I was doing. So instead of doing a 200 and 300 questions and not retaining anything, I did booklet questions which were around 100 something in for each chapter, and I practiced them regularly and retained all the points which were given in the questions so that I could learn better. So I always focused on quality instead of quantity.
Okay. So 11th standard you started offline
Yes,
from me,
ma'am.
and 12th standard it was online. What
Yes, ma'am.
major difference did you feel like?
Ma'am, actually,
Start,
in
start,
the
Shivam, start visualizing from day one. When you entered plus one, the
yes,
anxiety, and I think I remember the orientation class I took with you in plus one.
yes, ma'am.
You remember the first day?
Ma'am,
What
a
all,
little bit.
what all things you expect and what is going to happen? So, if you remember, can you connect what all things really happened?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, the things you have told in the orientation, all those things happened really. First, we
Okay.
believe that it would not happen with us, but eventually it always happens with us. And
No,
in
but
the
how much time did you take to actually come into the flow of the class?
ma'am, actually, your teaching style was very good, so it wasn't much of a problem for me to adjust with the class. But if I would, to be honest, I think I would have taken a month to actually absorb all the plus one things and all the things which I have heard from others and to experience myself. So yeah, I think I would have taken a month, but the teaching style of you and the other teachers was so great that it wasn't much of a problem to adjust from 10th to plus one.
Okay, so you took, on an average, you must have communicated with your friends also, like every level of friends. Some of them might have done very good, some might
Yes,
not have done that well. So, on an
yes,
average, how much time does a child take to get actually into the groove? Like, this is plus one, and this is what we need to be doing. Nearly
yes,
how
ma'am.
much time? I think 1 month or 15 days or 10 days.
Yes, ma'am. This much time is required to adjust to the plus one content and also to the speed of the teachers. Although the teachers go slow in plus one starting, but still, after 10th, it is a drastic change. So it takes time to adjust.
So, what do you suggest the new students, the ones who join in 11th and have not been doing anything extra till 10th standard, who've been just been, doing that simple 10th board study? So, what do you
Yes,
suggest
ma'am.
to those children?
Ma'am, firstly, I would say that they do not have to take any tension regarding this, that they haven't studied any extra till now. Plus one and plus two is more than enough to study the extra as well as the NCRT content. And secondly, I would suggest to start make routine from day one. And even if they don't put too much hours in one day, they should study constantly. So instead of putting 9 to 10 hours in one day only, and the second they're too much exhausted, they can do to 5 to 6 hours study daily. That would be much better instead of doing 9 to 10 hours in one day and then taking 2 days rest.
Like 5 to 6 hours after coaching schedule. That's what you
Yes,
suggest?
yes, ma'am.
I,
Actually, if they are going to school, then I cannot say that much that they will get the time to
they'll be
study
able.
that much because I have my fellow mates also, and they say that they return after the tuition 7 to 8 p.m. and they also have to sleep early because to get up early for the school tomorrow. So they get 3 to 4 hours at max. But yeah, if they have taken dummy, so they can study 6 to 7 hours
Like on an average,
each.
I think if you are attending a 2 hour lecture or say 1.5 hour lecture from a teacher at your
Yes, ma'am.
institute or whatever teachers you're like being guided by, you need at least 2 hours per subject to revise that content every day on your own. Am I
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 1.5 hour. Actually, it will take 1 hour, approximately 45 to 1 hour to revise the notes. and then you can practice some questions. So yeah, approximately 2 hours on each subject.
And what, like, supposing, one day something very important comes up, your cousin's wedding or somebody's engagement or some party or something, and you miss on just revising one day's work or say 2 days work. Is that okay? Like, or
Ma'am,
does
actually,
it affect a lot?
Actually, to be honest, it affects because even if you don't study, then the next day lecture, you're not able to understand it 100%. And secondly, I would say, even if some situation comes up, first we have to see that we will not have to regret this later. So instead, if you are not able to study due to any reason, first you should get over it and do not regret and waste another time on regretting that you have already wasted this much hours. And secondly, you can, if you have actually, like if you have cousin's wedding or something, and you know that you wouldn't be busy, you wouldn't be free that days to study, so obviously you can study before and after then to overall complete the syllabus. And I would suggest to,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah.
would say that we should try to study constantly, because otherwise you won't be able to understand the lectures that much efficiently. So revision is a must.
And like, missing say once or twice is okay, but if this becomes a routine feature, I think you lose link of the subject, and then you
Yes,
start
ma'am.
losing interest, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's absolutely correct. And in my experience also, I missed one class, and then I have to study it on my own. And in the class, that it was a 2 hour lecture, so obviously you can make the notes and study in 2 hours. But when I did it myself, it took me 6 hours to make the notes as well as understand. So obviously, I have my personal experience also. So I would say never ever miss a lecture.
Yeah, I still remember a student, I think 2 years back. Uh, she is probably now in one of the AIMS, not Delhi. And it was her version after NEET that, ma'am, I just missed one lecture of bio throughout the year, and I made a mistake in that one lecture based question in my NEET exam. So it's that important sometimes. So even
Yes.
missing a single lecture, I think, is not good if you have high goals.
Yes, ma'am, that's
Yeah.
absolutely correct. I totally agree with that.
If you have high goals, they shouldn't be missing even a single. Listening to a teacher is very important.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And what do you think, Shivam, is the importance of NCRTs in all the three subjects?
Ma'am, in chemistry and bio, the NCRT is very much important, and especially for the inorganic part in chemistry, we should study from NCRT and learn it by heart and soul, and that would be enough. And for
Hmm.
bio, we already know that NCRT is more than enough, and in NEET also all the questions nowadays come from NCRT only. In
Hmm.
physics, you can read the points to pointer and solve the questions of NCRT. Even if you don't read some chapters, then also it would be fine. But yeah, obviously it is recommended to read NCRT at least once of all the chapters. And chemistry and bio, though you can read it 4, 5, 6 times, as many times as you want, because in chemistry and bio, NCRT is much more important.
Okay. Did you analyze this year? Like, did you have any questions in chemistry out of NCRT?
No, ma'am, this year I don't think there was any question. There were a little bit tricky questions, but
Yeah.
yeah, they were also from the NCRT only. And I have scored 175 in chemistry, and there also I did a silly mistake. And but yeah, obviously all the questions were from NCRT only.
And if you remember, Shivam, for 2 years I've been telling you, children, that whatever we do extra is a borderline case. It's
Yes,
it's just
ma'am.
that 0.01% which might be asked, and in somewhere around 4 5 years, once or twice a question might be asked. So
Yes,
if your accuracy of attempt is very good with respect to the NCRT portion, I think it's still manage 160 plus comfortably just by doing NCRT repeatedly. What do you say?
yes, yes, ma'am.
Isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
We
some
can
people,
even 170 to 175 based on NCRT only.
yeah, I think repetitive practice and repetitive learning of the contents and going through NCRTs, the tables, the charts, the exceptions, and everything is more important than doing too much of extra without learning. And
Yes, ma'am.
another thing, Shivam, I would like to ask, and I'm focusing more on chemistry because I'm a chemistry expert. I really can't, comment on other subjects preparation. So
Yes.
one thing that I want to know, when you're preparing on the last day or the last few days, say a week before your exams, do you think those topics like we discussed, those azeotropic distillations in detail, or some conductometering and some, those high-fi topics, even in organic, some mechanisms, do your children, do all of you actually revise those topics on the last days, let us say 1 week or say 2 days or?
Ma'am, to be honest, I haven't revised these topics in the last week of course,
Yeah.
and I basically focused on NCRT in the last week, and I learned as much the inorganic part I could learn from the NCRT in the last days.
Yeah.
And yeah, actually, these extra things just help to make a better base and to give
Yeah.
a better understanding. So
Exactly.
instead of focusing at the end on such topics, we should focus on NCRT. And these are the topics basically made for your understanding. So we shouldn't waste so much. Yeah, obviously we should give a reading one so that by chance if questions come, you are able to at least eliminate, or sometimes you are able to make an option and we get the question correct. Yeah, 1 to 2 times you can read while the classes are going on, but in the end, especially in the last week, we shouldn't focus on such topics, not at
But
all.
but do you think, Shivam, if you don't revise something in the last few days, you can attempt those questions accurately in case they are asked? Because, like, my observation has been, when you're not revising something freshly, then there's more of
Yes.
a chance to get that negative. Because you will remember somewhat, but not with accuracy. You will be tempted to attempt it, and you'll end up with negative. What do you say?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, it is correct, but obviously we cannot learn all the and learn and all the revise all the subjects in the last week. But yeah, obviously it is a broad drawback also, as we say, half knowledge is very dangerous. So yeah,
Mhm.
it can be the case.
This is because this is something I've observed. Children generally leave in the last moment chaos. They tend to leave those difficult topics. So over the years, what I've gathered is children should be doing it according to their capacity. Only the ones who have a very strong capacity, who can absorb and who can retain a lot, they should be going through those extra topics. Others should not bother about those, isn't
Yes,
it?
ma'am. That's absolutely correct.
So next, just share with us your last month strategy. Did you make any formula copies, any short notes, or you just revised from your notes? Like, uh, can you share some important tips for children?
Yes, ma'am.
And
In the
and
last,
Shivam, tips for like from your viewpoint with every level of student. A student who has been always getting the top ranks in the mock tests, and children who've not been getting, say, 10th, 15th, 20th rankers, the ones who are slow, the ones who are very efficient. So what is your take on what kind of tips would you like to share?
ma'am, to be honest, even if the student is scoring as many marks as many rank as, but still I would say that every student should do the mock test in the last 1 to 2 months.
Mhm.
Even if he or she feels that he or she hasn't prepared well to do enough for the mock test, but then also all the students should give the mock test, because the mock test help to retain the things which you already know, and moreover they let us know that what the things we are actually lagging in. So instead, so sometimes if we only revise and do not take the mock test, we do not get to know which are our weak topics. So
Right.
we keep on revising our strong topics only, and the weak topics become more and more weak. So I guess giving mock test is a must condition to excel in the NEET exam. And
Mhm.
because it helps us to know, and also it increases our speed as we give on more and more tests. So I would say that every kind of student must give mock test, and if he doesn't get too much good marks, then I can say that he or she can do NCRT at its best, and it would help to get him, if I am talking about NEET, to 650 to 660 marks. It can easily score based only on NCRT. So these are
And
also good.
I think PYQs also, the previous year questions.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, in the last year, in the last month, we should do PYQ as much as we can.
Right, right, right. And any what I've observed, what children do towards somewhere towards the end, most of the academies start their mock tests. Some of them start very early, around 3, 4 months back. Also, they start mock tests. And what children do is they have not, the academies have completed the syllabus, but they have not completed their learning. But just to save face at home, parents ask marks, and then there's some little ego, peer group ego, to be able to justify in every test. And then sometimes what children do is a superficial look at the topics before every test, every time not preparing, but just superficially going through just to manage marks somehow. Like, what do you think? Is this
Ma'am,
yeah.
Ma'am, I don't think it is a good idea because we are not focusing on these tests. Our final
Yeah.
aim is NEET exam. So we shouldn't do any such things, and we should always focus on the concepts and try to learn it by heart. Even if you are not able to complete the whole syllabus of the test, at least you should try to cover as much as possible and then attempt the test based on that. So
Yeah.
instead of going easy and learning nothing, we should always focus that our ultimate aim is NEET and not these mock tests.
Right. They should actually, I think, plan their learning like well on time if they are having weekly tests or say fortnightly tests. Plan for these tests quite well. But even if they're not able to manage, because I don't think these 2 years, Shivam, just honestly tell me, these 2 years, whenever you were to appear for a test, did you go with 100% preparation for the test? Was it possible?
Not
Never.
even for a single test. I don't think I would.
Yeah, because that.
Always
Mhm.
because we never even get the confidence. Even if we revise all the things, we still have to see like we can do this, we can do that. So obviously you cannot get the satisfaction before going to a test. But I always try to focus on notes and and practice as much questions as I could before the test.
Yeah. So it's what is important is, I think, every child has a different speed and different
Yes,
strategy. Different some children might understand a topic in half an hour, and some might take 2 hours to learn. So I think each
yes,
one should have a confidence. What I have observed over the years is, even if you are a slow mover, but you're consistent, you don't quit, you keep doing, and step by step you keep improving. At the end, you do manage.
yes,
I
ma'am. That's absolutely correct.
I think consistency matters more than intelligence or genius.
Yes, ma'am.
Intelligence definitely gives you an edge. Some
Yes,
common sense factor also gives you an edge in these exams.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because common sense factor sometimes helps you to crack questions like based on elimination method. This is possible, this is not possible, and sometimes your even your guess sets up right. But
Yes, ma'am.
I think persistence. So children should not quit, should not lose heart, isn't it?
No, ma'am.
Even in the first month of +1, or say 6 months and later in +1, even if they are not scoring that well, but they are improving with every test. I think that should be enough. If they're improving
Yes, ma'am.
test after test, isn't it?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Share with us your order of attempting paper. What do you think should be the right order for medical students?
Ma'am, actually, the order of attempting a paper can be personal also as the student feel comfortable. But personally, I attempted the bio first, as then the half of the paper gets covered in 30 to 40 minutes only, which boosts your confidence.
Okay.
And secondly, I attempted physics. I basically attempted physics at second and not chemistry because sometimes the physics come lengthy. So if you attempt chemistry first, then sometimes you do not get enough time to go through the physics questions, which happens with a lot of children. But yeah, obviously, if you do physics second and then you do third chem, even if you have a little bit less time as much required, you can boost your speed in the chemistry part. But personally, when I gave tests, I realized that I can, if we do physics at last and we have less time, we cannot speed up this solving speed of the questions in physics. You will always get lost if you try to speed up. You would end up doing the calculation errors or something like that. So I realized that either I can do bio at last or I can do chemistry at last, so that in these the chances of getting silly mistakes or these are much less, as you do not have to do any much calculations, and you can boost the time if you are having a time shortage. So I guess the students should do physics in the middle and bio and chemistry according to their own choice, which they can do.
Okay. Okay. So that was your pattern.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what
Yes,
were
ma'am.
you most confident about out of physics and chemistry? Like which one you thought you will be attempting better? And was there any such basis of choosing that you are more confident in this subject, so you wanted to attempt it first?
Ma'am, actually, I preferred bio first instead of chemistry because when I did the bio at last or in the middle, I wasn't able to score that much, and I accidentally started doing bio first. Firstly, I was doing bio at last only. As in bio, you can boost up your time if you are having time shortage. But yeah, then I realized that if I do bio at first, my marks get improved. Although I know the same amount of questions, but somehow it was happening that I got better marks when I did bio first. So I started attempting bio first. And yeah, and actually, if you are scoring well, then all your subjects would be strong, and it won't make much of a difference. But if some
Mhm.
student has some weak subject, then I guess he can do that subject at last, and obviously because it won't boost his confidence when he would do, and it also would take a much lot of time.
Okay. And were you using the same strategy in your mock test also? 1 month
Yes,
before the in all your mock
yes, ma'am.
tests?
Yes. In the last 2 3 months, I have done all the papers according to my bio, then physics, and then chemistry pattern
Okay.
only.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
that's better. Like they should try the strategies, and only once they are sure, they should
Yes.
follow that for the final exam.
Yes, ma'am. That's absolutely correct. And we should not do any last minute changes, or also in
Mhm.
need that we are doing any other pattern. We should follow the same pattern which we are doing in the mock test.
What were your thoughts immediately after the exam day? When you came out of the exam, did you feel like you've done that well, or did you feel you've done better than this? What was your immediate thought? Apart
Ma'am,
from
my
feeling relaxed that NEET is over.
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I was pretty happy with my attempt, and I attempted all the questions in NEET, which was a very good point for personally myself, and I was very
Okay.
happy about that. And I was pretty much confident also that my accuracy would be good. But yeah, somehow I did 2 to 3 silly mistakes, which cost me 15 marks. But yeah, in some questions uh, I did pick a wrong option, and I didn't thought that much, which I could have thought. But yeah, after coming out of the NEET, I was very happy at my attempt, and I also scored the marks which I always wanted.
Okay. So the 2 years journey was fruitful.
Yes, ma'am,
And
absolutely.
175, 170 is a pretty good score. Uh,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. So what do you think, Shivam? Now, I would like to ask, what do you think is the role of parents? We've talked about teachers and you in general. What is the role of parents in your journey?
Ma'am, parents play a big role in the journey. In my case, actually, we do not have any medical background. So, yeah, there were no comparisons, which also helped a lot. But, yeah, in some students, there are comparisons, which I think the parents should not do that and understand the child's psychology
Mhm.
and motivate him or her according to that. In my case also, my parents always said that you can that no matter how much marks you score, we don't it doesn't matter in the end. If you become a good doctor in something else, even if you do not do MBBS also, still if you do anything other, you if you are good at it, then you will be happy and you will be successful.
Perfect.
So it
Perfect.
doesn't matter. And my parents always motivated me to stay focused. And yeah, my mother also helped me a lot in making my routine much more regular. Otherwise, sometimes you miss your alarms and you do not get up early is the time you
Mhm.
have wanted. Yeah, my mother helped me a lot in this, and I would have always told her that to make me at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I have a class. So yeah, she helped me a lot in preparing for the plus one and plus two and making a routine.
And did you say thank you to her after the result?
Yes, ma'am, actually. I
Yeah.
guess I did.
You owe a lot to her because
Ma'am.
she is the person behind everything, quietly working for you and helping you out. And hats
Yes.
off to her. My congratulations to her too. Just convey that to her. And what do you feel, Shivam, is the response? Like, did she ever have to scold you for not actually getting glued to social media or any kind of distractive activities you had? Or you were a
Ma'am,
very wise and a
my
mature
mother
student?
Ma'am, actually, personally, my mother never scolded me that much in any case. But yeah, obviously, when I was spending too much time on social media, then she obviously said that to start studying. But
Okay.
whenever I would have played outdoor games like cricket or badminton, then she never stopped me at whichever time I go. Sometimes started playing badminton at 10 p.m. in the
Okay.
night. But yeah,
Okay.
still she didn't say anything, and she said, "Yeah, you can do as much as outdoor activities as you want." As actually, it helps only us to
Yeah,
make
yeah,
our mind.
definitely. You need
Yeah,
something
so
to, relax your mind, and I think playing and listening to music or just having a walk or talking to your parents, these are better activities than actually getting glued to Insta and Snapchat and
yes,
such things. Were you
yes.
using all these social media platforms?
Ma'am, actually in the starting of plus one, I used Instagram, but yeah, obviously, eventually I learned that I couldn't handle the social media things
Yeah.
along with my studies. So I obviously deleted all these things and just have had WhatsApp to chat with friends a little, and they obviously asked doubts on the WhatsApp.
Okay. So and that has bear fruit. That bore
Yes.
fruit. You ended up with brilliant results. Any specific message, Shivam, you would give regarding this, how to keep away distractions to different kind of students?
Ma'am, actually, in my case, I didn't use Instagram and all those social media in the 10th class also that much. I was not using, as I did not also have my personal phone till 10th class. So
Okay.
obviously, I didn't use the social media accounts then also. And in plus one also, it helped me as I wasn't that much addicted to these things. So I was able
Mhm.
to overcome them. And secondly, whenever I put my effort in the studies, I always got results. Like all the weekly tests they are happening in the institutes, it also helped to motivate me as I would get good rank in them. So eventually, I guess if you are motivated from internally, then those distractions don't matter, and you can actually avoid social media by just deleting it and deactivating your account or something like that. So these distractions shouldn't be much of a problem. And yeah, obviously, if you get good results in the test when you put a lot of hard work, then you obviously get motivated. Yeah,
Yes,
this if
yes.
I will do the if I will do my studies very well, I will all get a good rank in NEET also, and that also happened.
I think that's a vicious cycle. Once you start getting good marks, you taste that success at even a small level, and you
Yes,
start feeling like tasting more of it, isn't it?
yes, ma'am.
And
Yes, ma'am.
if you're into social media 2 years, I think then you don't children don't realize, but there's a lot of guilt trip. You use social media, then your parents are after you, and then you're not able to manage your targets, and then you feel guilty, you feel bad. So it's a complete losing game. You're not feeling
Yes,
happy somewhere subconsciously. There's a pressure or there's a stress which sometimes you
yes, ma'am.
don't realize, but it's there, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. It's absolutely correct. I have also experienced in the starting of plus one. Yeah, it is obviously correct that vicious cycle starts when you are not able to perform good, and then also you are using social media and the parents scold. So
Yeah,
yeah, we should.
because doing the right things at the right time, I think, also give you a lot of satisfaction and happiness, which
Yes,
helps
ma'am.
you in furthering your growth and success.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So, Shivam, at the end, how was your chemistry experience with me?
Ma'am, it was pretty good, and
On the
in the plus.
positives, things that you think were good, those components which were helpful and can be continued in the next batches, things that you feel were slow or boring or fast or like, yeah, your take on it.
Ma'am, actually, your teaching style was very good, and obviously the technique of revising the previous lecture before going on to the next one was very much helpful, because sometimes you are not able to study the previous lecture that much efficiently. So, yeah, obviously, revising the previous lecture helped me a lot to understand the next lecture very well. And also the questions you asked in the class in the starting also helped us to eventually know what kind of questions come from the revision. And then when you go home, you can actually ask the questions to yourselves, and you know which kind of questions which you can make from the notes, which would help to
Right,
retain
right.
the notes much better. Otherwise, the students don't know which kind of questions can come from the notes also.
Mhm.
So it helped me a lot. And obviously actually you made my base so much stronger that even if I wasn't able to study plus two from you a bit part of the syllabus, it wasn't any problem for me, and I was able to do the organic part also very well. So yeah, obviously you have made my basics so much strong that I was pretty much confident. And in the last 9 months of the revision also, I hadn't to put it so much time in the chemistry, because I already had strong
Basis.
basics and I
Yeah,
always scored well in the chemistry.
I think plus one children should take very seriously, because plus one gives you a base in this subject. If your plus one
Yes,
is weak, you will have a lot of problem in 12th standard, isn't it?
yes,
Because everything
yes,
connects to that.
yes, ma'am. And also the content other than the NCRT you gave, I always trusted with that, and which helped me to save my time and do not waste any time on reading so much books. So yeah,
Yeah.
obviously I read notes, and the notes covered everything, and that's why I was able to score such a good rank in NEET too. So yeah, obviously your content was enough, and your teaching style was very efficient, and it actually helped me to retain the things. I
And
remember
mhm.
exact lines which you have said in the lecture, so it helped me a lot.
Yeah, and I think Shivam, the upcoming batches also, like what CBSE has done, CBSE has also made things objective now.
Yes, ma'am.
The question paper for boards is going to be objective, and it's very important for students to, when they study NCRT, it shouldn't be, with an idea of cramming. They should be able to connect the topics. They should know what they're studying and how two topics connect.
Yes, ma'am.
And
That's
I
true.
think the same should be true for physics bio also, isn't it?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, what is your final take home message for the NEET 2020 aspirants?
Ma'am, I would say that consistency is the most important thing in these 2 years. All the students should study consistently, and so that, and they should focus more on the notes, because personally I wasn't able to learn that much from the books as that from I was able to from notes. But yeah, if someone can learn as much good as from books, then he can do both. But I think that we should attend all the lectures, and yeah, make notes very much properly with writing all the explanations also, because in the long run you don't remember the explanations after you are reading after 4 or 5 months. So once, even if you understand in the lecture, you are not able to recall then when you revise. So I think you should make the notes properly and trust the teachers with all the guidance they give you, and you will get good score.
Yeah. And I think once you join a teacher, you should join with trust. Once you sit,
Yes,
whichever teacher you're sitting with, sit with trust. If you're not understanding, you shouldn't be going. But nothing should be done which ends up wasting your time. These two
yes, ma'am.
years,
That
I think there's hardly any time to catch up on anything later. What is
yes,
missed
ma'am.
generally goes missed, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is a
That's
fast-paced class.
yes, ma'am. Even I have heard from my fellow mates also, they say like if they've missed one lecture, that topic remains weak throughout the 2 years.
Throughout. Yeah. So that was really great talking to you, Shivam. I think lot many students are going to benefit from this. Um,
Yes,
thank you for your time, and God bless you in all your future endeavors. May you end up in your dream college. So whatever you're hoping to reach,
yes,
and become a great doctor by the time we get old. Uh, I would have many doctors to take care. Chalo. God bless you, bache. All the best. Yeah,
thank you,
and
ma'am.
thank you.